則正しい生活だと人は錆びちまうぜ。つまんねえな。でもまあ毎日お前のそばにいるなら飽きることもねえかな。よっしゃ。
What's up, man? Hello.
この戦い、私を楽しませてほしいものね。そうね。はい、敵の隙を作ります。敵だらけ。獲物、逃げなさい、逃げなさい。あなたはここへ逃げるの？敵の隙だらけ。敵の隙を作ります。獲物、逃げなさい、逃げなさい。敵の隙を作ります。隙だらけ。獲物、逃げなさい、逃げなさい。敵の隙だらけ。 逃げなさい逃げなさい敵だらけ敵の好きだ獣逃げなさい逃げなさい
I'm alright today. Definitely better than yesterday. And I have a solo shift tomorrow, so that should help as well.
この戦い、私を楽しませてほしいものね。
あなたはここへ逃げるの？
この戦い、私を楽しませてほしいものね。
そうね、あいつらを切り裂く。
この戦い、私を楽しませてほしいものね。
あいつらを切り裂く。
この戦い、私を楽しませてほしいものね。
あなたの色
敵だらけ。敵だらけ。
あなたの偽物、逃げなさい逃げなさい。
敵だらけ。
偽物、逃げなさい逃げなさい。あなたはここへ逃げる。
敵だらけ。
偽物、逃げなさい逃げなさい。
敵だらけ。
偽物、逃げなさい逃げなさい。
敵だらけ。
偽物、逃げなさい逃げなさい。
敵だらけ。
偽物、逃げなさい逃げなさい。
敵だらけ。
そうね、あいつらを切り裂く。
敵だらけ。
Ooh. Got Watanabe orb. Or whatever it's called. Nice.
この戦い、 私を楽しませてほしいものね。
Let's see if this works. Be a little bit scuffed. Let's see if it works.
この戦い、私を楽しませてほしいものね。
あなたはここへ来てね。あいつらを切り裂く。
な、隙だらけ。
獲物、逃げなさい、逃げなさい。
風より解かれし力、我が刃と化せ。聖書を
狩りが始まった。
宿命の風は私が断ち切る。風より解かれし力、我が刃と化せ。
狩りが始まった。
宿命の風は私が断ち切る。
あなたの色、 あいつらを切り裂くな
隙だらけに
獣逃げなさい逃げなさいあなたの色
隙だらけに
獣逃げなさい逃げなさい
シミュレーション完了。
Radiation
指揮官
Ganyola.
我々が勝者です。もう逃げ場はあなたたちの時間は僕が制する。集中攻撃。あなたの生存確率はゼロです。時の果てで滅びよ。
準備はすでに整っている。もう死は恐れない。命がけでいくぞ。
ターゲットロックオン。最大火力。
生き抜いてやる。
ターゲットロックオン。最大火力。ターゲットロックオン。最大火力。
生き抜いてやる。
ターゲットロックオン。最大火力。
Sure working alright. Uncle's broken. I gotta see if the next team can do it though. Ooh, I got Noctis. Noctis Super Core. Hell yeah. Mess around with him just for fun. He's my favorite character.
命令により暗闇を払いに参ります。私は一つおそつり絶対に許しません。さあ終焉な光を与えましょう。悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します。絶対に許しません。さあ終焉の
の戦場にも勝利をもたらそう。問題ない。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。狩りが始まった。
敵の隙を作ります。
生き抜いてやる。道を切り開く。もう死は恐れない。この戦いを終わらせる。
狩りが始まった。
生き抜いてやる。
敵の隙を作ります。
狩りが始まった。
道を切り開く。おごりなり。もう死は恐れない。
狩りが始まった。
道を切り開く。もう死は恐れない。恐れはしない。これこそが不屈の意志。
狩りが始まった。
この戦場にも勝利をもたらそう。この戦場にも勝利をもたらそう。おごりない。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
道を切り開く。おごりない。もう死は恐れない。恐れはしない。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
道を切り開く。準備を。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
道を切り開く。もう死は恐れない。道を切り開く。おごりな。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。道を切り開く。おご。もう死は恐れない。道を切り開く。おごり。もう死は恐れない。 問題ない。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。命がけで道を切り開く。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。道を切り開く。準備を。もう死は恐れない。恐れはしない。道を切り開く。準備はすでに整った。問題ない。もう死は恐れない。道を切り開く。 この戦場にも勝利をもたらそう。おごりない。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。この戦場にも勝利をもたらそう。この戦場にも勝利をもたらそう。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。生き抜いてやる。道を切り開く。おごりない。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
生き抜いてやる。道を切り開く。問題ない。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
生き抜いてやる。道を切り開く。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
敵の隙を作ります。
道を切り開く。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
道を切り開く。準備はすべて。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
道を切り開く。問
Nope,
題ない。
didn't make it. That last Rose Blade, he's very tanky. That was working until I got to that floor, and then stat float was too high. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to change my strategy a little bit. Alright, let's try this again. This is pretty difficult. Alright, so there's gotta be something I can put on that will help with this. Let's make them all pure support, because that last Rose Blade has 10 trillion health. What else here will help? Alright, that'll probably help. There's gonna be QTE bots, I guess, because nothing else seems to work. There we go. Yeah, that should help. Seems like the only way this is gonna happen. You can't get down to 120 without using the leap. Alright, do I have anything else that increases attack? 5 stars and 6 stars. Alright, let's try this. Maybe this will work. Let me make sure he's all set up.
この戦場にも勝利をもたらそう。おごりない生徒だ。
Oh, I need to get that one, huh? Okay. Let me see if that's in here. That's probably what I need to get. There's just a lot of them in here. Let's see. Kinda wish this didn't have so much stat bloat so that you could, like, use more characters, but you end up just using Watanabe. The only one that can clear it, pretty much, from what I can understand. Yeah, so I'm gonna need a bunch of these, I guess. Where's the one I was looking for? Yeah, this one. Okay, so I gotta farm some grind bits. I think I'll try this until reset. Resets in 20 minutes. Actually, no, it's in 4 minutes. I didn't notice. Alright.
この戦場にも勝利をもたらそう。溺れないともう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
生き抜いてやる。
敵の隙をつけます。狩りが始まった。
生き抜いてやる。
敵の隙をつけます。狩りが始まった。
生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
生き抜いてやる。
Yeah, this Rose Blade had his meaties. My goodness, he's got so much health. He's got like 30 times the health of everything else. I'm gonna have to change my strategy because that's the big roadblock. It's getting past him. Everything else is dying pretty quick, but it doesn't seem to matter how much time I have at that point because he just invalidates everything. Alright, so let me get that Trojan one I was looking at. I might have to do this a couple times and just get everything. See if we got any more support in here. Alright, so I need that domain one next. It never ends. Let me go grab reset. There we go. Go grab reset. Let's finish off this really quick. Oh, I didn't get my mail. What the hell?
「シミュレーション完了。指揮官、我々が勝者です。」気を抜くのはまだ早すぎます、指揮官。
おい。
この戦場にも勝利をもたらそう。誇りないもう敵は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
敵の隙を作ります。
生き抜いてやる。
敵の隙を作ります。
狩りが始まった。
敵の隙を作ります。
生き抜いてやる。
道を切り開く。
あいつらを切り裂く。
この戦場にも勝利をもたらそう。準備はもう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
生き抜いてやる。
道を切り開く。
もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
道を切り開く。
もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
道を切り開く。
もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
道を切り開く。
もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
道を切り開く。
もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
道を切り開く。
もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
道を切り開く。
問題ない。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
道を切り開く。
もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
道を切り開く。
もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
狩りが始まった。
道を切り開く。
もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
Oh, I did it! I did it! Yes! Woo! The strat worked. Nice. I still had like 10 seconds to spare, I think. Wow, that was really close though. If I wasn't doing his super, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to pull it off. The damage over time was definitely helping. Especially killing the mooks, like, while I was in time stop.
この戦場にも勝利をもたらそう。
Let's go, Uncle, you did it, man! You did it. Uncle pulled it off. Just barely. Good old Uncle. He did it. Okay, so now I have to probably, put the one shot on everybody. That's like the only way to progress now, pretty much. Alright, well, let's get going. It's the only way to do this. Okay, she's already got Deadly Collapse. Oh, do you play this game? I didn't know you played this game, man. Yeah, I'm finishing up this event. Finishing up this event currently. Very close to being done. How you doing tonight? Gonna have to get lucky though, because past this point it's required to have Deadly Collapse. I don't really think I even need them decked out with anything. I think this should be okay. We'll see. Let's see if this works.
私を楽しませてほしいものね。風より解かれし力、我が刃と化せ。
あなたはここへ逃げるの？情けないね。楽しんでくれとするの？あなたの色、
隙だらけ。
獲物、逃げなさい。逃げなさい。
No wonder she doesn't have her super ego on. That's why she's not killing stuff. Alright, take that off, put this on. Alright. So Alpha. This is gonna take luck. It's not skill at this point, it's luck. You have to get the gotcha pull to one-shot them, otherwise you can't clear.
この戦い、
The stat bloat was
私
too
を
high.
楽しませてほしいものね。その程度の抵抗、風より解かれし力、我が刃と化せ。生死に歯ごな
狩りが始まった。
不明の風は私が断ち切る。
あなたの色、
隙だらけ。
獲物、逃げなさい。逃げなさい。
Things die pretty quick in this game, just not... This is a side mode I'm doing.
そうね。あいつらを切り裂く。
隙だらけ。
獲物、逃げなさい。
It seems to be working, but I'm getting very unlucky. Yeah, she hits the most, so she's the one that needs to there we go. Alright, one floor down, 2 more to go. Now the meta at this point in this mode is you need multi-hitting characters. Characters that can hit a lot. Because you're trying to proc the 1.5% chance that they'll just one-shot.
シミュレーション完了。指揮官
If you don't have that, you can't get any farther. It's impossible.
僕穴だとして集中攻撃。もう逃げ場はありませんよ。
Yeah, Lee's gonna be really good for this, I
任せ
think.
てください。
時の果てで滅びよ。
もう死は恐れない。
私に任せてください。
生き抜いてやる。
ターゲットロックオン。最大火力。ターゲットロックオン。最大火力。 ロックオン。最大火力。
Please tell me I put it on
ターゲ
him.
ットロックオン。
I don't remember if I put it on him. I don't think I did.
ターゲット。
私に任せてください。
Alright, Lee, you're in, man. You're in, bro.
もう逃げ場はありませんよ。あなたの生存確率はゼロです。時の果てで
Not.
滅びよ。
Why is he not dead? None of that triggered. None of that triggered it.
あなたたちの力は僕が制する。
Die, dude. There we go. he's fighting with all his might to stay alive. Alright, one more. Yeah, the game works fine on Steam Deck. You just can't, I don't think you can use the cash shop, so
命令に
you
よ
have
り
to install your game on the
暗
phone,
闇を払いに参ります。
phone or PC.
私はどうぞリック
I don't cash on this game for PC because,
終焉の光を与えましょう。
Google Play gives you points back if you do it for the phone.
悪夢の
I
終わ
don't play
りを
this game on phone
こ
anymore.
こに宣告します。
I only use it for the caching.
さあ終焉の光を与えましょう。悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します。停戦無駄です。
Here we go. 120 cleared. Nice. It's kind of whack that they force you to do that, though. It's the only way that you can finish it. There's no other way to do it. This basically means anybody who can't multi-hit is useless. Despite giving them, like, all these cool buffs and stuff. None of it matters. If you can't multi-hit, you can't clear. Oh wow, got a bunch of them. Still mess around with the other characters in earlier floors though. That'll be fun.
This この戦場にも勝利をもたらそう。
Alright, did I beat the mode? I think I did. I beat it until tomorrow. Top 6%, not bad. Got some crap luck, though. Well, I guess there'll be more tomorrow? Huh. Well, that's cleared. GG's.
その仕事を終えて
GG.
俺の出番だぜ。お前らはもう死んでいる。始めるぜ。絶望へのカウントダウン。
Best character. You need to give him Nunchaku and give him an S rank. That would be incredible. He needs an S rank. But don't give him a lame ass sword. Give him like Nunchaku or something. They don't have that represented in this game yet. They have a Tonfa character coming, Bridget.
俺の出番だ
They
ぜ。
need Nunchaku.
お
That's what
前
he
らはもう
needs.
死んでいる。
That'd be the sickest shit, man. I'd be so happy.
始めるぜ。
Especially because this game only does like 2 male characters a year. Coolest design, coolest moveset, especially for an A rank. He's a lot more fun to play than some of the S ranks. Like I don't like Elisa, I don't like Karenina, I don't like Nanami, I don't like any of those characters. Noctis is way more fun. I have him maxed out. Well, he's not quite maxed out. He needs some resonances, but we'll have to wait. Alright, so I'm not going to be able to play the characters I want currently because I need to max out the meta progression. That's going to force me to play as other characters. Normally I just play with my favorites. I can't do that until I max everybody. I don't think A ranks really give much. Let's see here. These are pretty much all Generation 2. You can put somebody else in, I guess. They really want you to use S ranks. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of having fun just using A ranks, to be honest with you. I'm having fun using them. They don't get a chance to shine anymore in competitive game modes. They've been power crept too hard.
"俺の出番だぜ。お前らはもう死んでいる。始めるぜ。絶望へのカウントダウン。
私は誰でもいいからかかってください。私についてくれる。私についてくれ。私の邪魔をするなんて。ずいぶん。
Steam Deck installation for this is not plug and play. It's actually pretty difficult to get set up. And it keeps thinking you're cheating, but I can vouch for it. I've been using it for months. No problems. A lot of service games don't want to support Linux officially because you know, the anti-cheat doesn't work or it gets circumvented, but this game, Zenless Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves, no one's been banned for it, and I'm pretty sure they can tell. You know, you didn't give yourself, like, a bunch of currency or something. Nothing's gonna happen. It gives you this creepy message that's, like, in Moon Runes, but nothing happens. You just click it away and it works. There's no problem at all. That's better than the alternative, which is like Apex Legends and, what is it, the Rockstar launcher? They stopped supporting Linux. and like nobody was cheating on it. It was mostly just people using it for Steam Deck. They're a bunch of jackasses, man. I don't really get how that helps their business. Screw people over like that. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like, yeah, all these people that bought the game legitimately and aren't cheating. No, we're just gonna completely remove an entire user base. But these games don't do that. They mostly just don't directly support it, but nothing bad is going to happen. The anti-cheat for this game freaks out if you even have cheat engine open for what it's worth, so if there was any problem with it, they would have done something about it already. There's been times I'm playing like single-player games, you know, like FF16 with the cheat table, and I try to play this and it freaks out. It's like, wait, you've got cheat engine open. You gotta close it before you can open the game. I mean, which is good. I prefer that to, you know, being banned outright, even though I wasn't actually intending on cheating. It's just I had it open for single-player stuff. But I imagine for this game, there's so few people playing on Linux that they don't really seem to care. Like, Aethergazer works fine, and then the video I sent them for the partner program was me playing on Steam Deck. I sent that to them, and they watched it, and I said that it worked on Steam Deck, so they, like, clearly don't care. It's just... there's probably some kind of rule that they can't, like, directly support it. Very few anti-cheat programs work on Linux, so if you're playing any kind of service game like this, or Apex, League, those kinds of games, it's a crapshoot if you can play on Steam Deck. But for the most part, they kind of just look the other way, because they know that the people that are doing that are power users, probably spending a lot of money on the game. Like, I'm a dolphin on this game. I can't spend that much per patch, but I have spent a fair amount over the several years I've been playing. They know that banning people just for playing on Linux is not wise. Saw how pissed people are they can't play Apex and Grand Theft Auto anymore. I think the other companies are trying to not screw people over. Screw over paying customers because of your draconian anti-cheat. It's not even preventing cheating. All it's doing is preventing paying customers from playing. Also, this game doesn't memory leak. That's the thing about a lot of the service games, like Zenless Zone Zero. Completely locks up the entire Steam Deck on a regular basis. You have to hard reset it. It's like, yeah, you can play it on there, but you know, the game doesn't get rid of its memory, so it memory leaks. And because the Steam Deck is low power, what ends up happening is it crashes the whole thing. I was playing that game when it came out because my computer was in the shop, and when the game released, basically had to turn the game off every hour. I think they want to support Linux because now there's like more Linux users than ever because of the Steam Deck, but these companies are allergic to money.
I
mean, a game like this is perfect because when I played this game on my phone before the PC port, like the heat throttling would kick in and the game would run worse. So it was pretty miserable. Whereas on Steam Deck that doesn't happen. You can play all day and have no problems. Wait. Why do you need to wait for the Steam Deck? Why don't you just play it now? I don't understand why you need to wait for the Steam Deck. Especially if you're planning on caching, because you need to... I don't think you can cache on Steam Deck. That's when it freaks out. It's like, wait a minute, you're trying to pay on something that's, you know, not normal. It freaks out. I gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, nothing bad's gonna happen. Don't listen to anybody who says you're gonna get banned for it. You won't get banned. I'm sure there's some kind of reason why they don't just, like, outright support it, but, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, the anti-cheat for this freaks out if you even have Cheat Engine open. Not if you have it hooked to the process, just if you have it open at all. It won't let you open the game. So, nothing bad's gonna happen. Yeah, that's parry.
生死を分けるのは一瞬よ。次に向かうわよ。この勝利が終幕ではないわ。
俺の出番だぜ。お前らはもう死んでいる。始めるぜ。絶望へのカウントダウン。笑えるぜ。
その程度の抵抗なんか生死を分ける勝手より解かれる。我が刃と化せ。
俺の出番だぜ。お前らはもう死んでいる。これくらいで始めるぜ。絶望へのカウントダウン。お前なんかいる。笑えるぜ。これくらいで俺を殺すと思ってんの。
風より解かれし我が刃と化せ。歯応えないわね。
俺の出番だぜ。お前らはもう死んでいる。始めるぜ。絶望へのカウントダウン。
あなたの色
隙だらけ。
俺の出番だぜ。お前らはお前なんかいる。
狩りが始まった。
You want to learn about the combat? I mean, it depends on what character you're playing. Depends on what character you're playing. And how new they are. The older characters are far less complex. You also have to play the game a little bit more because they don't have as many invincibility frames and stuff, but they are, like, more mechanically deep. It's kind of just like all these other games. You know how, like, Dynasty Warriors and stuff, whenever they did the DLC weapons, they were, like, way better. That's how this game works, pretty much. A lot of people say they want the old characters to come back. I'm like, they really weren't that interesting to play. It was interesting because the game was new. It wasn't interesting because they were actually fun to play. The new characters are way more complex. It's just when you play competitive game modes, you kind of just do the same thing over and over, which is a problem, but they have side modes like this where you can use off-meta characters. Yeah, I can explain Crimson Weave. You're gonna have to wait till I finish this, though. The Crimson Weave is one of the best characters currently. She has a lot of moves, but she suffers from... When you play her in competitive game mode, you just do the same thing over and over. But that's just kind of a problem with this game in general. you know, you don't have to do that.
あなたは
A lot of people complain about it a little bit too much. Kind of gets on my nerves, honestly.
獲物逃げなさい
Like the people that say an arcade game is too easy because you can just credit feed. I'm like, well, you're not supposed to credit feed.
あなたは
Like actually beating the game is doing it on one credit.
隙だらけ
獲物逃げなさい
You got Crimson Weave as your first S. Is that your first S rank? That's pretty lucky, man.
あなたの色
全力でかかってきなさい
You got this character I'm using right now
勝手
as
よ
your
り解かれし
first S rank.
我が刃と化
I don't
せ
know what the new player experience is like. I only have one account. S Plus is not worth it. I think it's better for you to get more characters. Because generally with Generation 2 characters, or Gen 2 characters, you want at least double S3. Double S3 is usually where you stop for like gameplay optimization. Sometimes it's triple S, but S Plus or double S is not going to do much for you. You can already get that from Pain Cage. So, hold on, let me finish this and I'll help you. Double S in this game is free. It's free for everybody, just by playing Pain Cage. So, I think it would be better to fill out your roster than just get a dupe. Double S usually isn't anything special. Double S3 is generally where there's like a major gameplay change or damage increase. Because Double S3 requires pulling 2 copies from Gacha, which either requires saving or spending money. And because this game is so generous, that's why they started doing that. It didn't used to be like that. Generation 1 characters didn't get that much crazy stuff. Who is in that selector? I don't know what the new player experience is like. So I'm a veteran player. I've been playing this since before it came out here. I played on the CN server. Vera's getting a leap. You can complete the lightning team, yeah, I guess. Get number 21. I wouldn't get Vera. Vera's probably going to get given out for free soon. I would get number 21 if you can. That way at least you have a lightning team. This character right here.
あなたは爪あいつらを切り裂くあなたの獲物逃げなさい逃げなさいあなたの色あなた獲物逃げなさい逃げなさい
Well, Vera's free next patch. Yeah, get number 21. Get number 21, that way at least you have a mono element team. And then if you're cool, you'll get Noctis with your A rank. So he's like the most fun character to play. Yeah, if you got Crimson Weave, then you should build around her. So just get number 21. And you can run like Bianca Veritas, or you can run Noctis for now. Noctis is not meta because he doesn't have time skip, but he's more than capable. The thing about A ranks in this game is that They're not meta, but they're, at least the new ones are very fun to play. And also, if you're a new player, A ranks come with a package that lets you just max them out, get them to max dupes, and let you get them to max dupes. So for like somebody who plays endgame, you know, you might not want to spend that money, but it's like $20. So if you're a new player, when A ranks come out, you might want to do that because A ranks aren't bad. At least the new ones. The old ones, yeah, you wouldn't really want to use them in the current game's state, but like Noctis is really fun to play, and if you have him maxed out, he's capable. It's just in competitive game modes he won't really compete because he doesn't have time stop. So even if you max him out with like 8,000 combat power, you're going to be scoring a lot less with him because he does not have time stop. But yeah, if you buy like the $20 packs for S-rank characters, for A-rank characters, it can be a pretty big boost to your account. It's just people who cash on this game generally have been playing for a while, so you don't want to do that unless they really like the character. Because in competitive game modes, they're not viable. You're killing your score using A ranks because the game is built around time stop. What's up, Mawagre? How you doing? Yeah, I was looking up Yada earlier. Yada and Bridget. I'm gonna make a martial arts team with him, Yada, and Bridget. That sounds awesome. Oh, number 21 is not in the selector? That's interesting. She's relatively new for us, so generally don't put like the brand new characters in there. But you should have the S rank from the basic construct banner. You should be able to pick whoever you want in there. Like, I have mine, but I'm saving mine for Watanabe. So I can get an extra dupe of him. Yeah, they did a one-time only S-rank selector in that banner recently. So you can get whoever you want out of there. Or you can wait, because I think, like, every other patch they add another character. Yeah, I would play... I replied to your comment about this, but yeah, I would play that game more if it had a PC port. I would play it more if it has a PC port, but it doesn't, so I just don't really care. The emulator is buns for action games. It's fine for, like, you know, Clash of Clans or those kinds of games, but for action games, it sucks. I had a lot of problems with, like, stuttering and stuff. It's very annoying. I couldn't stand it. You don't seem to want to make a PC port. They're allergic to money. If I could play that on Steam Deck, I would probably come back, but I'm not messing with that emulator. Emulator's bunk. I'm also, like, somewhat boycotting that game because they shut down the CN server after they promised... They gave us a rebate for how much we spent, but then they didn't update the damn game. They stopped updating it. They only did, like, one update for it, and then they shut it down. I'm like, well then what was the point of doing the... What was the point of doing the rebate if you're not even gonna update it? So, I got screwed, because I spent a fair amount on 1.0. I don't know. I don't understand what the hell they're doing. I know that the action gacha competition is way steeper. over there than it is here, but that's not an excuse. It's not an excuse to give us a rebate and then just don't update the game and let it die. Like, that really pisses me off. Shady stuff, man. Yeah, I had to explain to people why the CN version was shutting down, because people were like, oh, the game sucks. I'm like, you think what you want about the game, but it shuts down because they didn't keep updating it. They stopped after the first V. That was the only update they did. Like, laughable. I'd look past that if it had a PC port.
意識を切り裂きシグナルをチップスにしましょう。
I don't know, 1.4 had its problems.
ただのウォームアップだろ。
Problem with 1.4 was tying moves behind legendaries. And they didn't even have a pity at the start. You won't hear anybody that worships 1.0 to, won't hear anybody talk about that. They locked, like, the moves that were worth using behind legendaries, so if you didn't get legendaries, your character felt really gimped. Well, see, that version stopped updating, too. They stopped updating after, like, the first year. I don't know what that company is doing. Like, they make... It's like... Even 2.0 is not a bad game. There's definitely worse action gachas you can play than that. But, you know, they don't update the game. Like, I don't know what they're expecting. I legit don't understand... Like, you gotta update the game. How hard is that to understand? People won't stick around for a game that's not updated. Even if there's, like, no real, chance of it dying, people still won't play it. But yeah, most people are smart enough, like, if a game doesn't update for a long time, there's a high chance of it shutting down. They don't seem to understand that. Also, the problem with Peak of Combat is that they just, they only really add characters. They don't add any other kind of content. The only content is characters. Like, this game right now has multiple game modes. There's all the stuff for his event. There's the roguelike mode I was just playing. There's Simulacrum Submersion, which is like kind of a grinding mode. There's lots of stuff to do outside of the main modes. Like, Peak of Combat just doesn't have that. Yeah, Virgil, I think the getting Virgil was like hundreds of dollars or something. It really felt like they knew how to make a good action gacha, but they didn't know how to keep people playing. The way you keep people playing is you don't have predatory monetization and you update on a regular basis, or at least tell people what you're working on. Because otherwise, people aren't going to stick around. I stopped playing because they stopped updating for months. And I know that generally when a game stops updating is when it's going to die. It's almost always what happens. There are some instances where it just takes a really long time to get a patch out, but generally, if the game stops updating, like, you shouldn't keep playing it. Okay, so what did you want to know? I have every character. I can help you out for a bit before I switch games. Let me know what you need to know. I think Peak of Combat makes about as much as this game. And unlike this game, they don't have to split profits between like 4 different versions. So I don't think Peak of Combat will die. I think it's still making a couple $100K. Or ping system? Well, it depends on what character. I have everybody but Black Rock Shooter because I took a break and I don't really care about that IP. But I have every character. See my whole roster here. She's Triple S. Triple S maxed weapon. I have Crimson Weave Triple S with 2 resonances. I have Lee with 1 resonance, double S3. She's double S3 with a 6-star. I have 6 stars for everybody, even him. I like him a lot, so I put investment into him, but I would not recommend doing that if you're starting. I'm a super fan of martial artists, and I like male characters, so I put way more into him than you should. But you know, I like his moveset. I have her. I can't stand playing as her, but she's meta currently, so you're forced to. She's SS3 too. She's Triple S, custom skin, and then 6-star. Crimson Weave, yeah.
"私の動きをしっかり見てきちんと合わせなさい."
Okay, so this character has a lot of moves, but because you're going to be doing competitive game modes to improve your account, you don't really need to know that much. First, if you dodge, push normal attack. He does the judgment cut thing, and then you can only generate blue orbs. You can only generate blue orbs. If you chain them together, she will do a 3-hit combo. So when you have 600, you see the bar at the bottom? This bar right here is her sword bar. So when you have this maxed, you pop this, she pulls out the Odachi. You get an automatic matrix ping. And then when you have it maxed out, you hold the dodge button down, and then hold the attack button down. And after you see the final lightning, push the super button, and there you go. That's the main thing you want to do. Well, 3-ping give damage bonuses, depending on the character. Some 3-pings will have, like, gameplay changes. Also, if you get Witch Time, I know you're a Bayonetta player, so Matrix in this game is Witch Time. Matrix will give you a 3-ping. It'll give you a 3-ping on everything. So, for instance, you see right here, if I went into Odachi mode and I used the red, I have a 3-ping here for the red, right? If I went into Matrix, the yellow would also be a circle around it. That means that it counts as a 3-ping. So sometimes you want to arrange your orbs. A lot of the newer characters have orb rearrangement, like Bianca. Bianca just kind of does it for you, so you can skip that part. But sometimes you'll have like, say you have a blue right here and a yellow here. What you want to do when you get witch time is use the yellow to get the 3 ping, and then that will put the blue over here, and then you'll have 2 3 pings. So depending on the character, that can be a really major difference. Like with her,
あなたの色
you need to use 3 pings with her to do her core passive. So sometimes you won't have the ability to arrange them, so you want to make sure that when you get witch time, you use one that's a 1 ping, and that will count as a 3 ping, and try to rearrange it. This game's kind of like a puzzle game in a way, a character action puzzle game, but less so with the last couple characters, because they have like orb rearrangements and stuff.
こ
Like
の
her,
戦
for
い
instance,
私を楽しませてほしいものね
when she's using the Tanto, she can only use the blue orbs.
全力で
If I
勝
pop
手
her
に
super,
解かれ
you
る
can use yellow. As you can see right
我が
here,
刃と勝て
the yellow orbs had a little shimmering around them.
聖書
That means that
歯応
it
え
counts
ない
as a 3 ping.
無駄な抵抗はやめなさい
Like with her, you want to do
無駄な
the
抵抗
Odachi,
は
you
や
want
め
to
な
do
さい
3 pings, because 3 pings is what fills up the sword bar. You see the sword bar changes. You want to be at 600 when you do her big lightning helmbreaker, because that does more damage. How it works is basically with every character, but all the characters right now currently use the 3 ping system. I can explain with some other characters too. She has a lot of moves. Problem with this game, you definitely want to subscribe to some of the people that make guides for this, like Rexlent and Spider2B. Spider2B is not really active that much anymore, I guess because he puts a shit ton of work into those guides, and then, you know, the YouTube algorithm sucks, so he wasn't getting the earnings that he wanted, so he's not making guides as much anymore, but he's got a guide for, like, almost every character in the game, so let me go ahead and link you to his channel. And he kind of stopped doing as many guides, and I can definitely relate to that. It's hard work, and yeah, he's got like 22k views on his last video, and he made it like almost 2 weeks ago. That's not really sustainable. Probably only making like $100 a month, but yeah, go check him out. Oh, I don't blame him for being on hiatus. It's a shit ton of work to do that, and YouTube sucks, so I definitely want to be in that position. Go check him out. He's got a guide for every character in the game currently. Yeah, but you might have to find somebody else. Yeah, Fury Production as well. I don't really make guides for this game, I just kind of play it. I don't really have any guides to give you from myself, but I can promote other people in the community. But yeah, doing those guides is a shit ton of work, and it's probably not making much doing it. I know that he's like, I think he's in university or something, so I think that takes up most of his time. He was getting really burnt out slaving over those guides and then making like $30. I can totally understand that. But that shouldn't really matter for you. He's got everybody in the game currently. Alright, if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and switch games. I'm done for now. I've done everything for the week. Also, if you're going to cash, best thing to get is this. The Black Card Monthly Pass A is best to get this. And then the Serum Bundle. And that's like, it's like $20. Probably like $30 a month to play this if you want to get the Battle Pass as well. The Battle Pass is a really good deal in this game, and it's pretty painless to max it out. They give you these manual missions, which revolve around minigames and stuff. But you don't really have to do them. This game's balanced in a way where some of the minigames are real shit, and they're not fun. You don't really need to do these to max out the battle pass. It helps accelerate the process, but you're not required to. Like, if you buy this, and this one, it gives you 20 extra levels. That's enough just by doing the daily and weekly missions. You'll max out the battle pass before the patch ends. And at the end here, you get a lot of these vouchers. Vouchers are a very useful resource. You can harmonize your weapons. You can pick the resonance for your memories. You can also get these as well, which help you with resonating your weapons. Hypertune crystals, leap chips are in here. Leap chips are kind of bunk right now, but the next couple characters that are getting leapt are going to be your only choice for competitive teams. So if you buy the battle pass, you might want to spend a little bit on these if you can. And then also they have characters in here. Most of them are off meta. The ones that I would recommend getting is Selena here, Elisa, and then Isla. Those are like the characters, because they're all amplifiers, so they're not going to get replaced anytime soon, except for maybe Selena might get replaced, just because she's an old unit. But the rest of the characters in here are off meta, not really worth spending resources on. It's very expensive to get a character out of here. This is mostly for getting dupes. Alright, I'm gonna hop off. Spider came back for Watanabe Mawagre, but I don't think he's really committing to doing every character anymore, because it's a crap earnings to effort ratio, which goes for a lot of stuff on YouTube, like not actually lying to people. He toughed it out for a long time. I can't blame him for cutting back how much of it he does. Guides are either like really lucrative to grow your channel, or they perform like crap because the algorithm screws you over. And then you slave away at it for hours and then no one watches. And you make like 20 bucks. Like, yeah, I totally understand. As somebody who does what he does for other games, I can't imagine getting those guides out like frame 1 and then also like, I think he does like university full time. Like, I think it's pretty clear what he's focusing on, which he should be. Unfortunately, doing really sick PGR guides doesn't pay the bills as much as it should.
せてこそ浮かぶ手もあれ。絡め取ります。そこ絡め取ります。さようなら安らかも。それでや絡め取ります。ほらほらバッチリ期待に応えてみせます。あっさり片付けだ。晴れてる感じね。絡め取ります。おう天の地ほらほら作戦成功。バッチリ計画通りでしたね。
I don't blame you for asking for help. One of the problems with this game I'm playing right now and PGR is that, you know, the game tries to explain it to you when you pause. The pause menu tries to tell you how to play the character, but it's fucking word salad. It's like a long paragraph for something that you can explain in like a few sentences, which is why the guides are necessary. I really don't know why they, like the in-game resources to learn how to play the characters. It's always word salad. It's the same thing in this game too. Like, look at this character's exclusive weapon. It's like paragraphs. It basically means you could just use your stuff more often, but it's word salad, which is why you kind of need content creators for these games. Like this game as well has the same problem as PGR. For a lot of the gear and how to play the characters, all just word salad, and it doesn't make sense. To overcomplicate something that's easy to understand if somebody just explains it to you quickly. Like, I just explained how to play Crimson Weave in like 2 minutes, right? When you pause in the game, it's paragraphs and paragraphs. It looks like a fucking copy pasta. It's actively the worst thing. They really need to get the translators to like not translate things so literally and just like, hey, you know, just push this button and then do this, and that's how you play the character. And that's pretty much what the guides for the games do, as they just tell you. They explain it way easier. Yeah, both those games have that same problem of just word salad, nonsense, overly complicated explanations, when it really just bogs down to, you know, push this button here and hold the button. Which is probably why, like, there's only a couple channels that really do guides for those games. Because you have to do that for, like, every character. Because the in-game resources for how to play are massively overcomplicated. Sometimes the tutorials in the game don't even teach you everything you need to know how to play the character. Sometimes they skip steps. And then also, they don't teach you, because like up to SS3 and SSS, generally there's a major gameplay change, and they don't teach you that in the tutorial either, so you gotta go to a guide for that. It's pretty stupid system. I don't know what it is with them, those games, the gacha games, but it's just word salad for something that, you know, you should be able to explain in like a couple sentences.
This is the mission desk coming! Here we go! A mini boss, huh? Can't wait!
What's up, Marcy? Yeah, I'm doing style play in a game no one plays for style play. This game's actually kind of underrated for style play. You do some pretty cool stuff in this game, but you have to understand how the hit stun works. See what I'm doing here.
Let's go! How about this? Bullseye!
That combo.
This'll show 'em.
Do you think we can take it?
Let's go!
Gotcha! Here we go!
secretly an air combo game. Secretly. It kind of isn't until you use this build I'm using, and then it becomes style switch air combos. I can't wait for the next DLC, because I think it's going to have some Gundams that will be very good for my playstyle.
Strong enemy incoming! Watch out!
Should be in 2 days. Next pack.
We can beat these guys if we work together!
said this game was slow, by the way.
Mission
That was
clear.
the, what's the word for it? That was the discourse around this game, is that it's slow. It's not slow. You have to grind for attack speed. And if you want a weapon switch, you have to get CDR. Then the game really opens up. But if you don't do that, yeah, it is slow. This game is underrated for style play. Just needs harder content and more content. The DLC is kind of just fashion. Which, I mean, yeah, it's part of the... It's one of the main selling points of the game is being able to make your own Gundam, but in-game content's pretty weak. But this game sold way better than they thought, so hopefully it'll be like Xenoverse 2. Just add like more modes and moves and shit. I'll definitely keep coming back. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend buying the season pass for that game unless you're a mega Gundam fan, which I'm not. I've barely watched any Gundam outside of what was on Toonami. Very much a normie Gundam fan, so all the Gundams and stuff they add are mostly lost on me, except for the ones they've got from G Gundam, because that was the one that I liked. But yeah, if you're not into that, the DLC is kind of a rip-off at $30. Each DLC pack is like 20 minutes of content. It's actually a pretty crap deal for $30. Even Dynasty Warriors 9 has better value for the DLC at that price. Hopefully they'll extend the lifespan of the game, because it just needs more interesting stuff that you can put on your character, more moves, and then like some kind of challenging endgame mode. I think that would really go a long way. Alright, let's see if I feel like doing anything else. I'm kind of leaning towards no. How long have I been on? Oh, like 2 hours. Let's see, is there anything else to do? I need to finish River City Saga in the next 3 days, so I'll definitely be back for that. Maybe I'll try to do 2 streams of that later today and try to get to the end, because I'd like to get an overview out for that. It doesn't seem like anybody even cares about the game. It seems like they kind of sent it out to die. The release date is pretty unfortunate. I mean, right now, there's not really that many big games out at the moment. The problem is that they released it like a week before the River City Girls 2 DLC, and that game looks like way more modern because it's not using the old Kunio sprites. But I know some people are going to ask about it, so I would like to make an overview for that, but I need to finish the game. So I think that'll be what I do later, folks. If people are interested in that, I guess I can set that up. Anybody still here to help me test lossless scaling really quick? Otherwise, I think I'm going to probably go to bed. Let me know if anyone's still here. Sorry to call out lurkers, but I want to test lossless scaling really quick. I don't really feel like starting River City Saga right now, because it's already like almost 1 a.m. Alright, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then probably call it a stream. I really only planned on doing PGR this stream, but I got done with that like way sooner than I thought. I plowed through the end-game mode. Alright, hold on. Let me know how this looks in a bit. I gotta set it up. My hand's also cramping as well, so I kind of gotta stop gaming for a little bit. I'm getting old. Alright, hold on. Oh no, you don't have to pay attention. I'm glad you're enjoying the game. people were overly harsh on the game. I think my main problem with Dynasty Warriors 9 in retrospect is that they like made the combat system, and all they really needed to do was just expand upon it, right? Get rid of the clones and add more moves, because the moveset's very small and there's no moveset progression whatsoever. Your moveset doesn't change from like minute 1 to hour 100. But then they just kind of threw it all away. And I don't know why they did that for the second time, because that's the same thing they did with Dynasty Warriors 6. Dynasty Warriors 6, same damn thing. You know, the Renbu system could have worked, but it needed a couple games worth of iteration. They just don't do that. Dynasty with like Musou games, it's really weird. It's like if whatever they're doing for the gameplay doesn't get like immediately well received, they just torch it and flush it down the toilet. And that's kind of the problem with 9 in retrospect. It's definitely a better game than it was at launch. It's much better. But you are kind of required to buy the DLC, which sucks because it's kind of expensive. But I think it's just strange that instead of like just decloning characters and adding more mechanics and stuff, they just torched it entirely. I really think that Origins is like them not knowing what to do with the series, because they just have too many damn characters. A lot of people are complaining their favorites aren't in. I mean, well, it seems like the game is... It's Samurai Warriors 5 all over again, where, you know, you might have your favorite character in the game, but they're cloned. So they're not really exciting to play as, because they're the same as everybody else. I would like to see them just make Origins a reboot. If Origins, like, does well, it's, like, well-received and it sells well, I would like them to just do a full reboot. And just, like, add more characters in and more weapons over time. And just have that be the new foundation, because the roster is just too big. The roster is way too big, and it makes it too hard to do anything with it. I mean, if anything, they should learn from their competitor, Basara, which is what they did with Basara 3. Basara 3 had a lot of character cuts. They cut a lot of characters. Some of them never even came back. Most of them came back, but some of them did not. But, you know, that was a necessary evil to make the combat better, and the combat in that game is still unmatched compared to almost every other Musou game. But, we'll see what happens, I guess. I definitely think it will review a lot better, because it's got more of the tactics stuff to it, with, like, managing the squad and everything. The graphics are significantly better. It looks more like a real fight, so I think review-wise it will do well. Gameplay is kind of up for interpretation, because they haven't really had that many good people playing. But I could see it being the new foundation. Now, if they're smart, that's what they'll do, because the roster is just way too big. And a lot of people don't understand that, like, big roster games, they keep adding on to it over time. Like, it's like Smash Ultimate's a good example. Smash Ultimate, you know, they basically came out and said the only reason they had everybody in the game was because they were using stuff from the old games. The moveset design and then the models and stuff, like, they were reusing all that stuff. So all they had to do was just add on to it. Problem with Dynasty Warriors is they keep starting from scratch. And then they try to put everybody back in. You know, like with 8, for instance, they gave everybody a unique weapon. There were no clones in that game. You know, finally, after years and years of clones and stuff, everybody had a unique weapon, so... personally, in my opinion, I think a lot of the movesets in 8 are shit. But most people just care about their favorite character not being a clone. And for that, you know, they did accomplish that very well. But it's constantly going back to the drawing boards. It's really bothering me about Dynasty Warriors in general. It's like, just cut the roster, only have the important characters, and then, like, add them back in over time, either by DLC or, like, whole new installments. And that would be so much better than what they're currently doing. What they're currently doing is torching everything, and then every time they torch stuff, they torch the gameplay, they have to start from scratch. And, like, yeah, you can't just have, like, 120 characters in the game frame 1. It's not possible to do that. Otherwise, King of Fighters 15 and Street Fighter 6 would have, like, 80 characters. I feel like no other long-running game franchise has that problem, because they kind of just, the people who play those games, those franchises, kind of understand, like, they can't put everybody in the game, but like for some reason with Dynasty Warriors, it's like everybody loses their shit if the character's not in the game. It's like, well, they're gonna be cloned and maybe have like zero story relevance because a lot of the characters didn't actually do much in history, so there's not a lot to work with, and then they're cloned as well. It's like, why do they need to be there? You know, my favorite character is Ling Tong, but I understand he's not like a main pivotal figure in that historical period. I understand that he doesn't do much. You know, like he's in Origins. He's already confirmed to be in Origins, but like, you know, if they cut him, I would understand. I would understand because he's not like a main pillar of the story and everything. He didn't do as much as the other characters. I could understand, but I don't know, the Dynasty Warriors fandom just goes apeshit if anybody gets cut without understanding the development struggles of having like 800 characters. It's just not sustainable. Samurai Warriors 5 just did well because there's way more people playing games now. That's the only reason. That's how like stuff like Metroid Dread, you know, outsold like the Metroid series combined. Didn't it like outsell like almost every other Metroid game combined? It's just like when they bring back like old franchises like that in the modern era, they sell like way better just because there's way more people playing video games now. Especially after the pandemic. A lot of people got into gaming just because of the pandemic, and it's easier to get the games now. Muso Games in particular always had pretty shitty print runs, so it's kind of hard to just walk into a store and buy one, but you know, now we have digital and stuff like that, Game Pass. Yeah, I actually have some really big problems with the community. Going so crazy when a character doesn't come in the game, like, I get it, man.
Clover.
It sucks, but the roster's just too big. Alright, hold on a minute. This game doesn't have volume settings. Give me a sec. There we go, it should be a little bit more manageable.
Yeah!
Shouldn't be anymore. It's fixed now. Hot fixed. How's this look? It's got some artifacting, but I'll probably fix that later.
Time for a little fun. Boring.
Oh, Gungrave overdoses 3 FPS. I had that game as a teenager. I'm like an OG Gungrave fan because I actually had Overdose when I was in high school, like 20 years ago. Frame rate in that game is terrible. probably not a good game to test this with. Which is weird because the first Gungrave is uncapped, meaning that it runs at 60 but drops, which is way better than a locked, you know, barely 30. That's why Gungrave is a really inconsistent franchise, because Overdose is a fun game. I did everything in that game. I unlocked all the cheats and stuff, but the first game has a better frame rate. Yeah, I haven't played it since I was in high school, so...
What are you nervous?
Well, the weird thing about Gungrave is people act like the other ones were masterpieces and they weren't. Gore is significantly better than the first two games. But Gore, you know, it was on Game Pass, for one, and people expect only AAA masterpieces on Game Pass. Gore at launch was pretty rough, but they listened and they patched it. My main problem with Gore, after all the updates, is that a lot of the new characters suck and they weren't worth paying for. But the base game is pretty fun now. I don't know why people acted like the other games were hidden gems. They're good for what they are, but they're not even close to top tier like PS2 action games. Obviously, there's some pretty big competition with that. You got DMC, the Kingdom Hearts game I'm currently playing, but even then.
Wow, I love it.
I don't know, people say they want PS2 games back with gameplay, but then one comes out like a Gore and people just complain about the graphics. I'm like, this is what you guys wanted, right? You want gameplay to come back and not, you know, interactive movies with shit gameplay or Souls-likes. It's like, which one is it, man? Can't people make their minds up? Like, I'm tired of Souls-likes. I'm tired of interactive movies and stuff, and then you get a literal, like, lost PS2 game, and people just complain about the graphics and stuff. It's almost like gamers don't know actually what they actually want. They say they want something, but then they get it and they don't want it anymore.
Awesome.
I'm like, I knew what I signed up for when I bought that game, and in the reviewer's defense, the game was really rough at launch. But that's kind of the problem with releasing games when they, releasing games like janky and stuff. It's like, a lot of reviewers don't come back. I know for me, for instance, those videos I did of the DLC for that game, I was like the only person putting those up. I'm like the only person. I had multiple people come and ask me to show the characters and stuff. I'm like, man, is there really nobody else doing this? It's like, I didn't get any hookups. I bought the game like everybody else. Like, nobody was buying that DLC. The DLC is kind of a shame, honestly, because it's so, just disjointed. Some of the characters are really fun, but like the melee characters don't feel very fun to play, and they were like the main attraction for a lot of people because it's essentially supposed to be like playing a different game, but they don't feel good to play compared to, like, you know, Zero in a Mega Man game. Or like it's a completely different playstyle, but they like design the game around that. The Gungrave melee characters feel like shit, especially Jensen. He's awful. I really hope that when they put him on the PC version that they completely overhaul him. Because he is dreadful to play. It's embarrassing how bad he is. I'm like, you really expect people to pay $6 for this, man? Like, it's not good DLC. But Gore was also made by, like, a very small development team, so you can kind of look past it in some ways, but I don't know, the DLC took months to come out, and they weren't, like, actually done with it frame one like a lot of these other DLC is. I would sure hope so. But yeah, they desperately need a rework. Anyway, how was the God Hand? Did it look fine? So I might play that after I finish my current backlog, which is FF16 New Game Plus, and then East 10 New Game Plus, and then I gotta do River City Saga, and then there's Double Dragon DLC for River City Girls 2 in 3 days. So after all that, I might add that to the lineup. There is a native 60 FPS mod for God Hand, but it messes with the physics. So it's not recommended to use it because it actually doesn't play as intended. Yeah, I'll try to fix that on my own later. I'll try to fix that later. I just kind of wanted to try it out. Because Fuma was talking about how there was a 60 FPS mod, but there's not. Alright, well, thanks for helping me test. Yeah, I'll see if I can reduce the artifacting. Might be something I work on later today if I'm bored. Well, I hope they're reworking them. Quartz was alright. She was alright to play. She was acceptable gameplay. Jensen was terrible. Jensen was miserable to play, and, like, I don't know, man, like, I get that they're a small team, but, you know, DLC character implies that it's, like, something worth buying, right? The problem is it's not worth buying. I think in their defense, they also had problems with the publisher. I think the publisher like cock blocked updating the other versions for so long. But we'll see what happens. Let me see if they posted anything about the new characters. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and go, folks. I'm feeling a little bit tired. I've had some IRL stress with financial stress and my mom's condition, so I kind of want to take it easy. Also, my hand's a little bit cramped right now, so I don't know how much more sweaty action I want to do tonight. But later today, I'm going to try to do two more streams today with River City Saga 3 Kingdoms next, and then I also work at my neighbor's house tonight, and it's going to be a solo shift. So I might feed the cats a little early so I can get a good 3 hours on 3 Kingdoms next, because I would like to get an overview out for that. I know that it's not going to do well. It's like nobody seems to care about the game. I haven't seen anybody else covering it besides some Japanese guy that covered the first game. But there's like no one doing stuff for it. I don't know how much I care about doing guides, because I was just talking earlier about the PGR content creator who's like hauling ass over those guides and probably making like $50. I'm really not in the mental state to do that currently, but I will put up some stuff for it. But I don't know if it's worth the effort of slaving away at guides for something that's going to get 200 views. Now, obviously, I only play stuff that I want. I don't really cater to the algorithm, but there definitely are times where, like, dude, it's going to take, like, 20 hours of gameplay to make this video, and it's probably going to get, like, 300 views. Unfortunately, even when you have passion and integrity, you got to think about that shit, because that's what causes burnout. There's definitely some guides I've done for games, and I'm like, you know what, that just was not worth it at all. Like, I might have enjoyed the game. I might have had fun making the video, but it's too much effort for too little payoffs. And it doesn't feel like anybody's really caring about the game currently. We'll see if that changes. But I need to finish the game first. And I think I'm like halfway through it. So hopefully on the next 2 streams I can probably get close to finishing it, especially because I'm pretty over-leveled. I'll probably just start skipping the text and get through it. And then I'll try to get an overview out for you guys. Other than that, I've basically just got a big stack of New Game Plus to do. I've got East 10, Like a Dragon Gaiden with the gameplay mods, and then FF16. FF16 only got backlogged because I was waiting for more gameplay mods, but mods in general for that game have like really slowed down. So I think at some point this month we'll do that. I can't really guarantee when. You know, East 10 stuff actually did relatively well for my standards anyway, so I might do that next. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to get some rest, figure out what I'm doing for lunch, and then I'll try to get 2 streams of River City Saga out. I'll catch you guys later. Good night, everybody.